Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm done. You're done. That's as much you want to do today. All right, let's get the show started with our first headliner, Cindi Brown. Thank you.
Keep it going for Pasha. I am not good at improv. Improv, they always are yes and. I'm more of a no but. I can't accept other people's realities, so. Keep my notes here. So first up, good on you for getting plastic surgery. That's always been a dream of mine. I know when I'm older and I get a little, whatever nip tuck I want to do, that means I've made it, basically. It's just a fact. Yeah, so we're going to talk about self-love and self-discovery. So I tried some new things because it's hard to love yourself. You have to love yourself first. And I discovered things about myself in the process. For instance, I love to get a massage. Right? I discovered that when I pay people money to touch me, I just feel really good. And my mind has wondered while I get a massage, where did happy endings begin? $15 extra for a hot stone. A dick? What's the difference? I got a facial with microdermabrasion. For those of you who haven't tried it, it is like a cat. Licks your entire face. And you didn't even know you wanted that. It's amazing. For me, self-love is going to the dentist because I'm poor. And I have a crush on my dentist. I have a hot dentist. Anybody else here hot dentist? I see a few people nodding in recognition. Or let's be honest, the dental hygienist, right? They do all the work. But for the premises of this joke, it's my dentist. So we shared this moment. Also, he's my type because he's expensive and out of network. We always want what we can't have. We shared this moment. He was giving me a crown, because I'm a queen, obviously. And my mouth was pooling with blood, and his hands were in there. And I was like, oh my God, he gets me. I thought of that song, I Can't Feel My Face When I'm With You. That's a song about my dentist, your dentist, and someone's coke dealer. I see them. Usually I find the person and I'm like, that's them. But you all look actually nice, so I won't do that tonight. Sometimes self-love is an abortion. Yep. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Abortions save lives. I got an abortion April 20th, 2019. Great timing. And I know what you're thinking. Spring cleaning. I have a lot of abortion jokes I'm going to tell you. And I'm sure, yes, you would rather a period joke. I'm sure. This is nice. I'm just going to take it in. So I don't need to qualify getting an abortion, but I will let you know, 2 years ago, I became guardian of my brother with autism. And I know we're all on the spectrum, but he's like full-blown autism. Okay. And it's kind of crazy because both our parents are alive, and I have 3 other siblings, 2 other siblings besides him. But me, I'm the responsible one, and I know I'm up here and I look like if Yoko Ono had an abortion. So I know you do, like, I don't look like, but in my family, I'm creme de la trash, you could say. Take it in, take it in. This is nice. So, yes. So, I used to, like 10 years ago, it was surprising to me too, because over 10 years ago, I was a heroin addict, but I'm cool about it, like I'm a hipster. I was doing it before it was cool. And I had to quit when it got too mainstream. It's a true story and a great one-liner. You might be wondering what a white cis female is doing at like a queer comedy show, and my boyfriend sums it up when he describes me as having really aggressive lesbian vibes. And I'll have you know I'm also an ally. My sister is trans, so you should clap because that's brave. It is brave. And she recently thanked me. She said, "Thank you for being the first person in the family to really support me in this." And I was like, well, that was easy because previously you were a furry. So let's just say you're moving on up, not to kink shame or anybody at all. Just a little bit, you know. If it turns you on, okay. More on that later. So more on abortions. I was like upset that the abortion ban came out of Texas. I thought that was offensive because in Texas they literally have stand your ground laws, which basically means without provocation, if someone is trespassing on your property, they can shoot you in the face. I'm like, since when is my vagina not private fucking property? Thank you. Yeah, see, I think there is a lot of stigma around abortion and we need to like turn it around and like take that shame out of it. And I'm cool with being the spokesperson. I've been a female doing comedy for 10 years. I humiliate myself as a coping mechanism and a form of therapy. So I'm okay with talking about it. Abortions save lives. Don't forget that. Now, the other thing about abortion is that my body is a temple, right? And so a fetus is a parasite. It drinks your milkshake. There will be blood. For the cinemaphiles in the audience. So, yes, Chaz. So, I had, unwanted advice. I put on this show called Stand Up for Reproductive Rights, where all the money we made. And Anna, she's performing. She was on that show. She's fucking awesome. And I did not want to follow her or Danny Jordan because they are amazing. So we put on this show, and I got a lot of unwanted advice, specifically from my aunt. And she said, if something is alive inside of you and you try to kill it, that is murder. And I was like, how do you feel about tapeworms? Have you ever protested a cancer clinic? These tumors have feelings. And also, my aunt married her first cousin and had 2 children. And the one that survived open heart surgery doesn't understand why everyone else has a family tree. and she has a family circle. It's also really boring, like, how'd you meet? Well, we grew up together. Forbidden love? She was the older woman, but she's pretty cool, honestly, I gotta say. Besides that, you know. But taking advice from cousin fuckers, I'd say, though, it's not great. So, got poop jokes, and then I also want to tell you, I've been over a year, I haven't been drank. I used to be an alcoholic, I guess I still am, but I haven't drank, and I gotta say, it feels good, and I have a great rock bottom story to tell you. Now, rock bottoms are relative. Mine is different than yours would be. Like, during the time I had shit my pants twice. I shit my pants twice, and that was not my rock bottom, but it's good to know yourself. And now I also know that in an abusive relationship, diapers would just not be a deal breaker, so. Now, to preface the rock bottom story, I'll take you back a few summers ago. I had these two roommates in Portland on the East End, and the older roommate announced that her cat was dying because it hadn't pooped. And she said she couldn't afford it to take it to the vet, and I wasn't gonna judge her, but now I'm gonna judge her. She couldn't afford that air fryer she bought. She could have probably taken her cat to the vet. And I was like, what are you gonna do when Buddy dies? And she said, oh, I'm gonna throw her out on trash day. Cat that you loved for 12 years. I know, right? So it's ridiculous, right? So I left for the weekend. I came back on a Sunday and was informed that Buddy passed away. And I don't know if you know this, but on the East End, trash day is until Wednesday. So like any good detective, I immediately asked, where is the body? And I was informed that Buddy's corpse was in the downstairs freezer. Yeah, and I thought, oh God, there goes that ice cream I bought months ago. And I wondered why I didn't want to use it. So then fast forward a few months, right? I'm an alcoholic. We lived across from a bar, and I got really drunk, and I fell down the stairs and got a really bad concussion. And they were like, you need to move out. And for me, that was rock bottom, because I don't care what kind of freezer you have. The moment you put a dead cat in that freezer, it becomes the dead cat freezer. There's no going back. It was, for me, my rock bottom was the moment the dead cat freezer ladies were too good for me. That's when I realized my lifestyle, thank you, my lifestyle had to change. Something's gotta give. So, we'll end it on poop, my favorite. So, have you ever taken a poop and thought you were dying?
Yes.
I had one of those poops. It was blood red. And I always look at my poops too, because frankly, I'm sentimental. I'm just a sentimental gal, likes to look at her poops. How am I doing today? Blood red. Immediately, I'm on a WebMD, and then I realize, I remember, oh, I drank a bunch of beet juice the night beforehand. And it brought a whole new perspective to the phrase dropping beats. I felt like Drake. Because they were real shitty. That was a long walk to shit on Drake. And I'm proud of it. Polished a turd here tonight. Gave birth. That's the thing. The only delivery I'm gonna give are jokes, okay? Have a great night. Thank you.
All right. I'm doing a thing called introducing Drew Ploy.